Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. Welcome to this training. We're going to get right into it. All right, let's get into it. So what I want to do here is I just want to, like a lot of people want to advertise on Facebook, but a lot of people have a hard time actually making it work, actually doing it. So what I wanted to do is just show you a simple, way to do to do Facebook affiliate marketing. Really simple. So for the sake of time and for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to leave some stuff out as far as stuff that I would normally do, because I just want to, kind of show the fundamentals first. Then at the end I can talk about, like other stuff that I normally do or that, you should do, in addition to what I showed you. But what I'm going to do is, just a real bare bones. It's going to be a working campaign that you can actually, launch. But there's a lot to it. But the thing about it is that you don't have to do everything all at one time. Okay, you don't have to have the campaign totally built out, all your remarketing totally done, and 25 email, autoresponder sequence. You don't have to have all that, done all at once. You can kind of, build up to that. All right, so let's get started. So the one, here, let me show my screen. That would help. All right, cool. All right, so let's get started. So listen, so I sent out an email earlier today, and it was talking about, like the traditional teaching is that, you find a market. Okay, you find a market. You could do market research. You make sure that the market is hungry and they want to buy, a certain product or whatever. And then once you define that market, then you go out and and either find or create a product that that you can give to that market that they'll buy. Okay. And the reason why people teach that is because a lot of people just start off with a product, especially if you're say creating a product. They'll have this idea to create a product. They'll be in love with the idea. This love for the idea will have no basis in whether or not it will sell. So so in order to avoid that, people are like, okay, well, define the market first. But I think that that's bad advice, because instead of finding, especially in affiliate marketing, instead of finding a market and then trying to find the products that fill the market, to me, it makes more sense to just find a successful product, find a product first, and then just focus on that. Because if the product is already selling, then that one big obstacle is out of the way. That's that people are already buying it. And so people are already buying it, then that already kind of shows you that, okay, a market is there already. So somebody already kind of did that market research for you to a certain extent. And so there's a really good chance that you can make it work because people are already buying. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of just, researching all these markets, going into Facebook insights and trying to figure out, what audience, is bigger and all this type of stuff. I don't really get into that. I don't really get into finding these little small niche markets and using a whole bunch of interests and stuff like that on Facebook. I don't really get into that, I'll explain to you why as we go along. All right. So, all right. So what we want to do is we want to find a product that's going to sell. All right. So I made a post about ClickBank the other day and how, it's very easy to get started there because there's no approval process. If you want to get with a CPA network, there's an approval process. Well, you have to apply, then they have to actually go through your application. They actually will talk to you because they want to make sure that, you kind of know what you're doing, and because they're going to assign an affiliate manager to you. So they don't want to waste, that person's time if you're not going to be actually producing sales for them. So, for a newbie, somebody that's new, don't have experience, and that makes it kind of tough. So ClickBank is good because you can basically, get started instantly. There's no approval process. So ClickBank is one place you can go to. JVZoo is another one. JVZoo is another affiliate network. A little different from ClickBank, has some similarities. The main benefit that I like about JVZoo is that, for the most part, you get paid instantly because they use PayPal as a payment method, and so you hook it up to your PayPal. And so pretty much, you know, for the most part, once you make a sale, then you get the money instantly. So that's good. You know, nothing like instant gratification like that. So that's a plus for them. But I think as far as number of products and just overall, you know, product sales, it's hard to beat ClickBank. They have way more offers, and you know, I think they do more, excuse me, do more volume. So we're going to start with ClickBank, but you know, again, JVZoo is something to keep in mind because of the whole cash flow thing. And then there's a few other smaller ones like Zaxa and what are some of these other ones? Warrior Plus. There's actually another one, Warrior Plus. So Warrior Plus can do the instant payment as well, but they don't have as many offers as like a JVZoo. So anyway, so for ClickBank, I will tell you right off the bat that the biggest offers are under the health and fitness category. These are the ones that that do the most volume. Just, I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I know I promoted most of these. So yeah, so this is where I would start. Okay, like these are the ones that's making the money. And so you can sort the products several ways. This is about popularity, but they have a stat called Gravity, which they don't really explain exactly what Gravity is, but I know it involves sales and involves number of affiliates promoting it. So you know, it revolves around sales, okay, which is important to me because obviously you want it to sell. So I like to rank by Gravity just to see. No, just because it has a low gravity doesn't mean it won't convert. I mean, because I've actually found some really nice offers that, you know, had low gravity, maybe just because, you know, not that many affiliates have, you know, promoted it or whatever. Maybe that they didn't know about it. So it's not saying that you have to have high gravity in order to succeed. And it's not to say that product with low gravity won't be good, but it's a good starting point. So now we're going to play this on Facebook. Now I will tell you, most of the top offers are going to be about weight loss. Okay. If you are just a beginner, I would highly advise you not to start with weight loss. All right. Reason being because you have a lot of aggressive affiliates like myself, you know, that are promoting weight loss on Facebook. And a lot of us are doing it, what we call black hat, which is basically cloaking. And so, you know, Facebook is really, really sensitive to weight loss. Like, you know, they will put your ad under a lot of scrutiny, and you know, you just run a risk, even if you're not cloaking or whatever. You know, you might run the risk of losing your account. Okay, which you don't want to do if it's not necessary. All right, so close this. So even though, so again, once you get more experience and kind of know the ropes and stuff, you know, absolutely go. You know, you can go for weight loss offers because they make a lot of money. I mean, that's probably like the biggest niche between weight loss and skincare is like the biggest niches that I've done in my career. So for now, we're going to avoid the weight loss offer. So we're going to find something that is not weight loss. So these first two weight loss related. Then we have this one, unlock your hip flexors. Okay. So this is like the third biggest offer in their biggest category. And to be honest, like, I don't even know what it's about. And I've looked through these offers a lot, looked totally over this thing. But what else we got? We got, you know, more diet. Diabetes, again, I would stay away from now because it's a lot of affiliates that kind of burnt that niche out on Facebook. So they don't like that either. This is a very good offer right here, but so we're going to avoid weight loss for now. So let's look at this offer. Now, one thing you want to look for to make your life easier is you want to look for an offer that has an affiliate page. Okay, so they have a page here that the people that own the offer put together, you know, to help you promote it. So that's a huge plus. All right. So let's see what this thing is about because it's not weight loss. So I have no idea what unlocking your hip flexors is about. Let's look at it real quick. Okay, some hidden survival methods. So it's not a VSL. Most of the ClickBank offers are video sales letters, VSLs. But this looks interesting because, you know, I guess apparently if your hip flexors are off, it causes a lot of problems. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you got back and joint pain, energy, sexual health, belly fat, fight off diseases. So right there, you see there's quite a few angles that you can take this for. So, let's see what we have as far as the promotional materials. So they have their own. Here we go, affiliate page. So again, this is really, really valuable in putting together a campaign. So let's see. Oh man, so this is great. So they give you an autoresponder sequence. So that's awesome because that's something that we're going to want eventually. So let's look at the covers and banners. That'll help us come up with an ad. Number one muscle, blah blah blah. Okay. So, okay, this is looking interesting. So they got some ads here that we could possibly use. So let's check out the autoresponder sequence. So they got how many emails? 12 emails. This is awesome. Normally you have to write them yourself or pay somebody to write them. These look pretty decent too. So yeah, so this is perfect. So let's roll with this offer because like I said, it's not one of the regular, hot categories. When I say hot, I mean like a lot of attention from Facebook hot. So yeah, I like this. All right, so let's do this. So this is gonna be the product that we promote. All right, so now we're not gonna send people directly to the page that we saw. Okay, we're not gonna send them directly to this page. Okay, we want to always use what's called a pre-sale page. Okay, a pre-sale landing page. All right, and the reason is because you want to. I mean, for this type of page, you could send people directly to it, and you would get, some sales. But what would happen if this offer went away? If this offer went away, then you would have nothing. All right. So whereas if you have your own landing page, this offer goes away, then you can find a similar offer. Okay, you can find a similar offer that does some of the same stuff and just keep your campaign going. So that is one reason for having a pre-sale page. Another reason to have one is that you can place your own cookies. All right, so you can actually put the Facebook pixel on your page, so that you can retarget and remarket. You can put other ones too. You can put however many retargeting companies that you want to use. All right, so that's important to to be able to actually place a cookie on the visitor. And then the other thing too is that ideally we want our pre-sale page to collect information, so to collect the email. So so the best type of pre-sale page is really a squeeze page. All right, because the squeeze page, you get their email so you can follow up with them. The other good thing about a squeeze page is that it shows intent. Because if somebody's willing to give you their email, just to go through that step to get to the sales page, then they're already not necessarily committed, but they're showing some pretty strong interest that they or at least willing to give you an email, even if it might be a fake email, whatever. But it's just an extra little step that helps pre-sell them. All right, so we're going to put a page in front of this. All right, so like I said, ideally we want a squeeze page, so we take their email and then we can put them in autoresponder sequence. And these people are nice enough to actually give us a give us a sequence for the autoresponder. But when I'm testing a bunch of offers, especially because normally I'm testing more than one at a time. So like most of the time, like I'll make the pre-sale page kind of generic, so I could test different offers against it. And then once I find a winning offer, then I'll go and make a squeeze page. So the first pre-sale page I make, it'll just be a page that you can just click through to the offer, which we're going to make in a second. But you can also, but you can make once you actually decide on the product and it works, and you say, okay, I'm gonna really go all in on this, then you can go ahead and get your autoresponder series set up, collect emails, and then you can make the campaign better. But for now, we have no idea if this thing is going to convert. Even though it's high gravity, is doing well on ClickBank, but still that doesn't necessarily always mean that it's going to convert well, because a lot of times with ClickBank offers, most of the traffic is email traffic. So a lot of times it's people that are emailing their lists. It's especially true for JVZoo. Almost all like email promotions and people promoting to their list. And so it's like warm traffic. So it's easier to convert. All right. So when you actually put an ad on Facebook, that's cold traffic. A lot of times some of those offers that do really well on warm traffic don't necessarily do very well with cold traffic. All right. And then sometimes vice versa. I mean, I've seen the reverse as well. Something that does well on cold, but normally something that does well on cold traffic will also do well on warm traffic as well. So, so let's make so step one, we need to make a landing page. All right. So we're going to make a landing page just for this offer. And so I'm going to use lead pages, but you can use whatever you want. You can use, you can also use ClickFunnels. I actually use ClickFunnels sometimes, but I like lead pages because I'm not building a funnel right now. All I want is a page. That's all I want. So, so these are the actual templates that you can choose from. They are sorted by conversion rate, so that's always a plus. So let's see here. What do we have? That looks good. Let's see here. Well, you know what? Instead of this, because I actually have already, I'm gonna give a little shortcut here because it makes no sense to guess. I'm gonna use a design that I already have been using very successfully. So I'll just start with that. So it is right here. This one is, so we're just gonna duplicate this because I know this works. All right, so we're gonna call this, what was I think? We're gonna hip flexors. Now again, you don't have to use lead pages or any type of page builder. Like a lot of times I don't, because there's really nothing better than just plain HTML, as far as loading speed and stuff like that. But this makes it a lot easier. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take this page that I built here and then we'll actually rebuild it again, like on a regular HTML page and make it faster. So this is a design that I've used for a while. I actually have used it for mostly to capture emails. This is mostly a squeeze page, but today we're just going to use it just to click through. Okay, so if it works clicking through, then it'll most likely work, with the squeeze page. But I don't like to start with the squeeze page because, like I said, A, I don't, we don't even know if it's going to work. B, you're going to get less clicks to the offer with a squeeze page. Okay, they're going to be more qualified clicks, but right now we're just trying to determine if it's going to work or not. So, so we want to get some more clicks through. So, so that's why I kind of start here. So let's see. So let's look at our. Let's see here. Look at our thing here. And let's get some ideas for our squeeze page. So let's look at those banners. Now we don't need a whole lot of here. Actually, we can just use this right here. Because this is kind of like a curiosity type of thing right here. So this will be good. All right, so we don't need this. Oops. All right, so up here we're going to put the number one. Oops. Number one muscle that eliminates joints back Pain, anxiety, and looking. Now, I don't want to use the word fat because, again, that's like kind of a trigger word that we don't want it to be put in the category of weight loss at all. So let's say looking swollen. That should be okay. We'll make this to a headline. So I guess we'll say swollen is, and we'll just go so we'll say abs, chest, glutes, or hip flexors. All right, so this is like a curiosity, play. It's not something that's obvious. Most people might think of abs, your core or whatever, but obviously it's hip flexor. So let's say it's not gonna be a free report. So let's just say get the answer. All right, and actually, we can split test this. We can split test a couple different pages, so we can test a different call to action or whatever. So that's that, and we want to do edit click event. So this was going to a lead box, which is like a squeeze page. So we want to remove that, and we wanted just to go to external URL, which is our ClickBank URL. Where we go? All right, so where are we at here? I think we got back to popular. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna get our thing here. So we don't need a tracking ID for now. I don't need that. All right, so this is our link to the offer. So we're gonna copy that and put it in here. All right, so we got that. So now when they click on that button, it'll go to that link. I'm not sure what the problem is with this. All right, so now let's see. We need to change the background image because this is like stacks of cash, and that's probably not what we want. So let's see what would be appropriate. Let's see, maybe something like I don't know. Let me see what I got here. See what I got in here already. Let's try. One thing to keep in mind is that most of your traffic is going to be mobile, so we need to see what it's going to look like. Mobile, it's going to look different from this. They have a button to show you. Oh, well, here let's just use a solid color for now. Or That's weird. Let me see if the lesson is published. All right, so let's look at our page here. And it works. So I don't know what that was about. So, all right, so that's good. So now what we want to do is, right, so let's look at our publishing options real quick. So basically, you know, they have the domain that they give you, so you can use that. I mean, you can access it with that. You don't want to use that though. And then, you know, HTML. So basically, like what you can do is download this, and it'll you can put this on an HTML page. The problem is, like, it just it's not a real page. It just kind of like calls the lead pages page. So what I normally do is I will just go to the page that they give us. So I'll just go here. And then do a view source deal, developer view source. And then I'll just like copy this, all this code, because it's better for Facebook to actually see a real page that has like code and that they can see the page as opposed to just this little bit of stuff that just points to the lead pages page. So let's copy this. I'm going to make a new page here. So let's go to I'll go to my. I use a Dreamweaver to just do, you know, regular edits and stuff. Pages like, I'm not an expert at it. I'm not really good at it at all. I just know enough to just do basic stuff. So if you're going to be doing this a lot, I would, you know, advise you to hire or outsource, you know, this type of stuff as far as making landing pages and stuff like that. You know, if you're doing it like, you know, pretty hardcore, you could probably hire somebody. Like I had a first web designer, well, not the first one, but I have a web designer that works in the Philippines. That's in the Philippines, and I could pay her like, I don't know how much it is now, but we started off as like $400 a month. So, and that's for full time. That's like 40 hours a week. So, you know, it's pretty a good deal. So, because you don't want to waste your time doing all this stuff, you got better things to do, make you money. But you know, just for the purposes of this, I'm going to do it myself. So you'll see that I'm not skilled at all. Okay, so we're going to paste code here. We'll get rid of all this junk at the beginning. Let me just take this out. All right. So this is our page. So now a couple things that we're going to need. We're going to need privacy policy, terms and conditions, and about us and contact us. That's some things that Facebook is going to look for. So this privacy policy is the main thing, which is I already have it here, but this actually goes to a different page. So we can't, this is from that investment page, so we can't really use that. So so here's what we're going to do. Again, once you get everything together, you know, you probably want to get a lawyer to write out some privacy page, all these pages for you. But until then, I just grab some generic ones off of the internet. So let's look at let's say some generic terms and conditions for health site. I want to make sure we get the right, because there's like certain things like that you want to know. Here we go. We got a template here. So let's see here. Our business website. takes too long. I just want to find one that we can, let's see. Make sure it doesn't have any health, not endorsed by the FDA. Yeah, that's cool. All right, also work. We'll grab this. All right. So let's make another page here. And by the way, you don't have to use Dreamweaver. You can use any type of HTML editor. A WYSIWYG one is good for me because that's what you see is what you get. All right, so this is terms and conditions. So this will be our terms and conditions. Disclaimer. We'll say terms. All right, so this will be, so we need to put our page name in here. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. So everywhere where it says health coach group, we're gonna put, I'm gonna use, what am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this site that I already have here, which is smarthealtheveryday.com. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna go smart, oh yeah, with that. Smart health. Okay, so we're gonna replace all of that. And what else do we might need to change? We're not actually really like charging any fees, so you can get rid of that. Oh, we got a privacy policy here too. Oh, perfect. All right, so this looks good. Okay, let's see. All right, so this will be for terms. All right, so we can just save this. I'll just save this. All right, so now we're also on privacy policy. Now, if you are collecting emails, then you do want to make sure that the privacy policy covers that. But we are not, but still, we want to make sure that it kind of good enough. All right, so let's just see where it started. We'll make this privacy policy. Oh, okay, so it has talks about the information. All right, so we're covered there. Cookies, yes. Process payments. We're not processing payments. If it's something that you know you're not doing, then don't do it. Take it out. Because the offer itself is going to have its own privacy policy and terms and stuff. So they're the ones actually collecting the money. All right, this looks good. Let's get rid of this stuff. All right, so this could be our privacy. Yeah, we'll replace it. All right, so that's that. So now we need contact us and about us, which can actually be the same page. So here, we'll just say this. We'll do this. We'll just, so everything can look the same. Let's get rid of all this. So everything can look the same. We'll just do it here. About us. Let's see, we are a group of individuals dedicated to helping people solve health issues naturally. All the products we recommend are tested and proven to help people. That is pretty much it. Good enough for that. So that's about us. So you don't have to be like a book. What could it be more? All right, so we're gonna do contact us. All right, so I would normally just like give address and you put a phone if you want, but just address and then an email. So I would just say what address I'm putting here. How about let's see, 1275 I Street, Northwest, Washington. So like feel free to email at info at what's the name of this thing again? Smart Health Every Day. All right, good enough. Now again, this is just to satisfy for Facebook that we have the links on our page. If this is something that we can continue, you can definitely go back and flesh this out a little bit more. But for now, I've done a little short about us and contact us like this like forever, and they never say anything. So let's kill all of this. Come on. Let's do it like this. Now you do want to, like, before you for the website that you have set up, like make sure that the email set up to forward to some email that you actually do check. So normally off the rip, like info at or whatever, will work. But you can forward it to your email or whatever. So that's basically it. So we're gonna make this about And we're gonna make a contact. All right, so that's that. So now let's go back to our landing page here. So we're gonna put we'll put terms and conditions. I'll just separate them with a little thing here. Privacy. Let's see. About us. Contact us. All right, and so now we want to link these. So I don't even know how, to be honest. I just laugh at how I make my links, but hey, whatever. So I just oh, here it is. Let's see. Which one is that? Terms and conditions. All right, so let me see. So then how'd that go? So we don't need all this other stuff here. We just need terms. And again, it would help, if you're just starting out or whatever, just go on YouTube and find a video that teaches basic and like FTP and HTML, so that you know how to modify landing pages and stuff. You don't have to be a web designer, like I said, but it does help if you can do basic stuff. All right, let's see, what's that again? Privacy. No. About us. And then contact us. All right, so let's clean up these. We got all the extra stuff from my computer. So all we need is privacy HTML. That's it. We don't need all this other stuff. And then this one. Oh, here we go. All right. So got those working, looking good. So now what we're going to do is just take this whole thing here. We're going to copy it, put on those other pages. So I'm going to put on terms. I'll get rid of all this. Put that there. Save that. There. Save that. Okay. All right, so now all the pages have the necessary pages. So we're going to upload this to our server. So again, basic HTML. Trust me, I'm super not technical. I really know how to do a whole lot of stuff, but basic stuff you got to know how to do. Uploading websites, stuff like that. But you're a YouTube video away from knowing how to do it. So all right, so let's start a new folder here. So let's call this. We'll make a new folder. Call it. We'll call it hip. For hip flexor. So now we're going to upload our pages there. Oh, we didn't save the page. We didn't save our main page here. All right, so this is save as we'll just make this index. All right, so yeah, those pages are, they're not necessarily like super required. I mean, like they will still approve the ad. Like if you just had it, I would at the minimum have a privacy policy, especially if you're collecting information. But yeah, ideally, yeah, I would put these four links. That's something that they definitely look for. Not to say that they won't approve without them, but you know, you want to give them everything that they want, and that's one of the things that they do want. So we got so now, so let's upload these to our new folder here. All right, so we got all of these. So let's check it out. See what our see what we're looking like here. All right. So now, as far as, oh yeah, I did want to mention this. As far as like your hosting, you can host wherever. I mean, it's not anything magical. Um, but one thing I do like to do is the main place that I host these landing pages right now is with DigitalOcean. Okay, DigitalOcean. Basically, it's like there's a cloud servers, and excuse me, you build what's called a droplet, and then you can, you know, host a site there. And it's cool because you know, you want your sites these days to be HTTPS. You want to have SSL certificate. Even if you're not doing any kind of commerce, it's just what, you know, it's kind of the direction that everybody's headed. And you know, makes Facebook and Google think that, you know, they like it better. What's this? I got a stray slash up here. So yeah, so you know, I use DigitalOcean plus. I mean, because normally I'm doing cloaking and black hat stuff, and so like the sites don't necessarily last that long. So once they get banned, then, you know, I can just kill the droplet and keep it moving. So I like cloud hosting, plus it's scalable. Like if you're really starting to get a lot of traffic, you know, then you can you know, scale it up so they can take the traffic. But you know, you can host stuff wherever. I would stay away from stuff like HostGator, GoDaddy, like shared hosting. I would stay away from if you can. At least get you like a virtual private server, maybe like $20-30 a month, from like Liquid Web or somewhere like that. Beyond hosting. So okay, so we got that. So let's make sure our pages work here. Bada boom. Bada bling. Okay, skimpy, but hey, whatever, it's there. All right, so all that stuff works. This works. Yes. So looking good. Let me get rid of this little slash here. All right, so got that. All right, so now we got our page for our landing page for the ad. So now we need to, in order for us to place our ad, we need some images. We need an image or video to use for the ad. So I'm going to do an image today because it's easier. You know, the videos work very well. A lot of people use videos these days. You know, I use both. I mean, if I can get a really good video, you know, has a, you know, I can get really high click-through rates with either one. I mean, the thing about Facebook that you want to keep in mind is that, you know, you want your ad to have a high click-through rate. Okay, that means that, you know, more people that see it actually click through, because that's how, you know, Facebook kind of measures, you know, like the quality and relevance of your ad. If nobody's hardly clicking on it, then your relevancy score is going to be low and your click price is going to be high. All right, so the higher your click through rate, then generally speaking, the cheaper the clicks are. All right, so we want to, and if you think about how people, again, think about somebody on their phone. Okay, somebody's on their phone, they're scrolling down a timeline, scrolling. So why do they stop scrolling? Is it because of some text post? No. They stop when they see an image, they see a picture, they see a video that catches their eye. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So I have some pretty extensive video training, but for now we're just gonna we're gonna do images. The images are good, because the other thing too you gotta keep in mind is that a lot of people are not going to listen to your video. They may hear it. I mean, think about when you're on your phone, you're looking at stuff on Facebook on your phone. You might not always be in a position where you can actually listen to the video or listen to any sound. So you gotta keep that in mind. So the image kind of conveys everything, just like in one thing. So so as far as images, I have some really good, some cool places to actually find some really more unique images. But for now, and especially since I'm trying to keep it keep it simple, we'll go ahead and use Google Images. I mean, one thing you might find is, even though you might use some other ways to find images, still for the most part, like mostly all images are cataloged by or indexed by Google Images anyway. But we'll start there. So let's see. So what kind of image do we want? So remember here, let's keep in mind what our page looks like here. I measure like the title of the page is hip flexor, so it kind of gives it away. But oh well, we can change that. So we're talking about joint back pain, anxiety, looking swollen. Let's look at this and see what we get. Okay, got some pain images. These look kind of good right here. All right, let's try this one. All right, let's go. So let's try this one. I just have a folder for pictures I use for Facebook. So let's use that one, and then we got what else? Now here's the thing. Like, I want to get at least two. One big mistake I see people making is that they only run one ad, which is something that you never ever want to do. If it's your real campaign. Now, if it's something like, if it's an ad that you're using to warm up the account, if it's brand new and you need to warm it up some, then yeah. If it's not really going to your real page, then yeah, you could just make one ad. But whenever you're actually running your campaign, you want to have at least two, because if you don't have anything if you make one ad, you have nothing to compare it to. You don't know if it's something that you can change and make it better. I mean, basic split testing principle. I mean, you got to have at least one ad. So normally, at least two ads. So you can at least eliminate the one that doesn't perform as well. So let's find two images here. Actually, this is kind of obviously a man. What if we find a woman? Let's do it. Might be let's see. These probably wouldn't go because it's like kind of like nudity. They're not gonna like that. Now, I'll warn you. A lot of these images are copyrighted, so you definitely need to be wary of that. Because sometimes some of these people, especially Getty Images, will come after you. But I have a saying that says do it until you get a letter. So it applies to this too. And I'll be honest with you, I've gotten a lot of letters, but I have not got any for images yet. But I do know people that have, so it does happen. So let's see. All right, I want to get something that's like super, like something like this. Like I would try this after we got some ads approved because I think this is good, but you know, she's obviously naked and they might not approve that. So how about this? Not liking these. Let's go back to the other ones. See, I saw one down here, but it's like, yeah, but see, you can't do the breast. That's not going to work. It's the only thing about the women. And this one. A lot of times, like, I'll just kind of scroll through here, like, kind of quick, like, just to kind of see what catches my eye. And, what this? You can have text as long as you don't, as long as it doesn't take up more than 20% of the area, which it definitely doesn't here. Let's do this one. But people like 5-step stuff like that. So, so yeah, so let's do this, these two. Because that's going to really jump out the people that, you know, obviously have a joint pain. All right, so those are 2 images. And so now again, normally I would get into and I would like make them the size that I want. Actually, this one is already the size, almost exactly the horizontal size that we want. So basically you want images that the horizontal ones are like 1200 by 628. That's 1200 by 630, so pretty close. And then you want square images. All right, the square are better because they can do more with the square images. But so the first one, I think we could make square because you can crop them. But this was a perfect size for news feed. So all right, so we got those 2. So let's work on our ads. All right, so I use the way I access my Facebook accounts because, like I said, I got to keep everything separate and all stealth and stuff. So like, I have to remote into other computers, and it's going to be hard to see on the screen. So I'm just going to use my Facebook account here, even though my Facebook account has been long banned, but we can still set up the account if I can move this thing. That's the only thing about Zoom I hate. All right, so I'm going to go to my my account here, and all right, okay, so this is their like non-discrimination policy, which you definitely want to check off because certain kind of ads they will disapprove unless you have accepted this. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. All right, so this is where we let's see, I can't actually use this, but this is for illustration purposes. We can use it. So okay, so first thing you gotta put is your marketing objective. For us, almost always the marketing objective is going to be conversions. All right, it's going to be conversions. The conversion could be either like an opt-in or it could be a sale. All right. Now to record the sale conversions, then we have to send our Facebook pixel to these the HipFlexer people. But being as though that they have their own affiliate page and they're really like, you know, so into it like that, then they shouldn't have an issue with it. I'm sure they have an email or something that you can just email them and, you know, the pixels, and they'll gladly place it for you. So it's a common thing. So so you would do that before you actually went live because it's really important to have that pixel there, because basically what's going to happen is Facebook is going to be able to see, like where all your sales come from, and then based on that, they can go after traffic that is, like that will, be more likely to get you more conversions. Okay, so basically, like Facebook can kind of learn, how to sell your stuff for you, and because of that, to me, a lot of times, like, that'll eliminate the need for targeting, because, like, say this for instance, okay, like we could find a whole bunch of interests, so you could be like, I don't know, if they have one for back pain, or I know they have one for pain relief. You could add those interests in, but think about it. I mean, stuff like back pain, joint pain, stuff like that. Like that affects a lot of people. Okay, like a lot of people. So so it's better to just go broad and then just let the Facebook pixel, kind of do all the work for you to find the sales. All right, so it's going to be pretty crucial that we, use that pixel. So we're gonna go conversions, and then plus the benefit of that is that if you go broad, like no interest, then your traffic's gonna be cheaper. All right, it's gonna be the cheapest that it'll ever be, and so that's really the main benefit of it. And then the other benefit is just scalability. I mean, if you I'll actually we can look here in a second. All right, so let's look. We do conversions, and we can name it. Let's name it hip flexors. Some other stuff you can do here, which is cool, but right now we'll just continue. All right, so now we set up the ad set. So we want to definitely do this, create a pixel. All right, so you just click on there, and all you got to do is really just create. And then that's it. All right, so so we actually, let's set up our pixel now. All right, so first we want to place a pixel on our landing page because so that way we can build an audience. Okay, so basically everybody that clicks on your ad and visits your page. Oh, money's calling. Everybody that clicks on your page and visits your site will get cookie. Okay, and that's going to build an audience. All right, and so you can have an audience of people that have visited your page. All right, so that way, they've already expressed enough interest to actually click. So then you can set up a, remarketing campaign just to those people. All right, but in order to build that audience, you got to have this pixel. So we're going to take this pixel, and in addition to sending it here, actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it here for now. Oh yeah, if you want to get lead pages, there you go. Superphillyrockstar.com/lead pages. Yeah, let's do a different way here. All right, so this is our Facebook pixel right here. And then also for the sale, we need to get some other code here real quick. So what we want to do is purchase. We want to do a purchase. And so the purchase, let's put the value of, I can't remember how much that thing was, but let's just say it's $30 maybe that we got paid. USD. All right, so we're going to need to send this to, to the people. What am I doing here? I lost my, I just did. Oh, well, here, we'll just put it here. All right, so we got that. Let's go back to the other pixel here. All right, so that's that. So that's a pixel. So now we're going to go back to our page. and we're going to put the pixel in the head tag. So before the closing, so here's the head. So I'll just put it up here. So now they can grab when we get visitors to the page. So let's save that. Upload again. All right. So now we got to select a conversion event, which is going to be purchase. Where you go? There we go. And it's red right now because it hasn't received any data, but it's going to turn green once we get our first sale here. All right, so that's that. So now some other stuff we can do here, but we're just gonna keep it simple. All right, so now we're gonna let's hear what I'm saying about custom audiences. So we can create a custom audience just of the people that visit the site. That's something we can do later. All right, so this offer, the ClickBank offers are not really restricted to the United States. So anytime you can do other countries and stuff, I would advise it. So right now, so I normally, actually for real, like a lot now, I normally do like all of the tier 1 countries. So that includes like France, Germany, Spain, even ones that don't speak English. But for now, I'll just put in the main English speaking countries. So we got Australia, Canada, United Kingdom. And again, like there may be a time that you might want to break out, might's about it. You're probably going to want to break out like separate campaigns for all different countries, like the countries that perform well. But again, for now, we don't know what's going to work. So we're just kind of like going broad. We're just, see what happens. But, Canada might, totally outperform, everybody else 2-1. So then, we just kill everything else and just go Canada. So let's see, we got New Zealand. We got Singapore. Forget about them. Now is it South Africa? Speak English too. All right, good enough. So those are the main English-speaking countries that have money. So now for our ages, now, this is going to require somebody pulling out a credit card and actually buying something. So right away, I don't normally do anything below 35. I don't start, 35 and up. All right. But in this case, you're talking about back pain and stuff like that. So we probably want to start a little older because as you get older is when most of those issues start to happen. So let's start at 45 and go 45 and up. And right now, let's do all men and women. We don't know, again, we don't know who's going to do better. This is like all one big test. All right, so right now we have access to 130 million people, okay, which is really a lot. So let's just look at some of the let me see some of the interests that we could have. So I don't know if back pain is in here. Nope, no back pain. Let's just do pain. We got pain, T-pain. How about pain relief? Okay, no pain relief. How about joint pain? All right. Oh, I can't. It's not even good interest anyway. What's in the pain? Oh well, forget it. We don't want interest anyway. I mean, there's some interest you could drill down and get to, but we're gonna keep it broad and see what we get. Let the Facebook pixel do its work. All right, so now this is where you can choose your placements. Typically, you would want to choose them and separate your campaign. So you have like one campaign for Instagram, one campaign for Facebook, and then whatever other placements that you want to test. But this is we don't know what's going to work. All right. So a lot of times, I like to just start the automatic placements because that's what they like. I like to kind of stick things with how they like to start. But plus automatic placements, you'll be able to find placements that you didn't really know about or didn't know that it would work. Because like I have some stuff that ends up working on Audience Network or Messenger, so I like to start with everything. Then also, desktop might work better than mobile or vice versa. So this is the type of stuff you want to know. So before you actually break out your campaign to different placements and stuff, I just run automatic. So you run across everything. Daily budget, I'll stick with the $20 that they recommend. And let's see what our advanced options are. Pixel. Okay, so now this is important. So your bid strategy, basically what we're trying to do is get the lowest cost per purchase. Okay, they're finding sales for us, so we want to get the lowest cost. Now you can set a bid cap, so you can say, okay, well, I'm only willing to pay up to $25. Okay. But I would advise you not to set a big cap, because if you set a big cap, then it like greatly reduces your traffic, because they're trying to make sure that they don't go out over that. The Pixel doesn't know anything yet because there hasn't been any sales. So it's going to slow you down big time. So I would just leave it at lowest cost. Once you get some data, you can always, use a big cap, but I normally don't use a big cap. So let's see, we get charged for impressions. All right, so this is all good. So for our ad set, so you can name it something too. Like they just gave us a generic name. I would probably, yeah, that's fine for now. All right, so now we're gonna continue to the ad. So you got a page, so I'll use that page, it's fine. Now I will name ad, so I'll name it something really distinctive and unique, like let's see, ad one. That'll work. And so let's see here. So we're going to do single image. So let's upload images that we found. So this was the first one. So this is what it looks like on mobile. All right, so we got a website destination. So let's get our website URL, which is, what do we do with it? Go. I can't see this thing. It was bugging. Okay, so here's our website URL. And so we want some text. So let's look at our, what happened to our little cheat sheet? Let's make our life easier. Let's look at the banners they have, and we get to use that. Okay, so that's a landing page, so we want to say the same thing. Let's see here, what we want to show. Again, we can go for the curiosity angle. Well, we can actually use the same thing. Yeah, we can use that. All right, we can use the same headline. Now, they have these buttons here. And the buttons are good, like if you have a like a shorter headline, but since we're like missing some of our headline here, I'm just gonna remove the button. So now I can see everything. And then for the text part, I can say something like, then we have like a hidden muscle. So your body has a hidden survival muscle. Your body has a hidden survival muscle that what? Survival muscle that how about, oh, come on. Your body has a hidden survival muscle that is crucial to your health, but nobody talks about it. Find out what this muscle is and how you can use it to feel great. Let's make this 2 lines. Your body is a muscle, blah, blah. Yeah. All right, well, it looks good. And you got the little extra 5 steps to relieve joint pain. What is this? 5 steps to relieve C joint pain. What is that? I didn't notice that before. Yeah, let's find something. Let's find another one. Let's change images. Let's use the other image. All right, so that's better. Yeah, let's see this real quick. Oh, SI joint pain. What the hell is that? Oh, well, fuck it. We'll use it. I don't know what it is, but all right. So let's just we'll get the other one too. All right. So now we got 2 ads, just the different images. So that's good. So I normally start with between 2 and 4 different images, different ads. I think that's enough to at least kind of get started. So then, like, if you do 3 or 4, then you can take the one that performs the best, and then you can do different variations of that. So the main thing I'll try to do is I'll try to find the image that works the best. And by work the best, I mean that has the highest click through rate. And obviously, you want to make sure that it converts too. But once I have that image identified, then I'll use that same image, and then I'll do like a whole bunch of different ad copy. All right, for that. So you can look at it and see how it looks. Different formats. That's desktop. That is, what is this? Instant articles. In stream. Okay. I think the image had to be square for InStream. So yeah, I think square is better just because you can get a few more ads, but whatever. All right, so we got 2 ads there. You know, looking good here. And so confirm, and then you can post the ads. I'm not going to do that because this ad account is disabled, so it's not going to do it anyway. But that is it. So you know, kind of start to finish. You know, start to finish kind of method for, you know, doing a basic Facebook affiliate campaign. All right. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. Like I said, we got to get that pixel placed. All right, we got to get that pixel placed by the merchant, and so that way, you know, we can use Facebook to actually track everything. All right. But if you're doing this, you know, real life, and you're serious about it, then you know, a couple more things that you want to do. Like you want to do tracking. All right. So instead of just allowing Facebook to do the tracking for you, you know, you want to do tracking. Also, once you set up, I would set up some testing. Okay. Now, if you use Lead Pages, like they actually have like a built-in split testing capabilities. All right, so you can actually, and so what it'll do is it'll let's see where they are. Yeah, actually, oh yeah, we got to go back out here. So if you look at this Superfit, no, where to go? Oh, I never even saved it. I did a hip flexors. I got way too many pages in here. All right, so if you go here, actions, you can create a split test. All right, and then with the split test, you can make, you know, different variations of the page. All right, and you can make, I think, up to 4 or 5 different variations. So that's something that you can definitely do, like right from inside of you know, Lead Pages, and you can, you know, come up with better variation, you know, better variation of the page. Because here's what's going to happen: like you're going to get some traffic, you know, hopefully you'll get a few sales, but it's not going to be profitable because, you know, you don't. It's going to be a lot of stuff that doesn't work. Okay, so and one of the ways that you will improve your performance is to come up with different variations of the page. All right, because you want to test. I mean, it's pretty simple, but you want to test this headline, and you want to so you want to test that. You might want to test these. You can put like different body parts or different things if you want, and you definitely want to test this. Okay, your call to action. I just had get the answer. You can, you know, try a few different things. So, but if you just use Lead Pages, it's going to kind of limit, you know, the number of things that you can test. All right, so whereas, you know, I use some multivariate testing solutions where I can test, you know, headlines, all this stuff at one time. All right, so it's not just like these 5 pages. It's actually, you know, maybe 100 different, you know, variations of, you know, of the page to find out the one that's optimal. All right, so we have software that does that. That's connected to the tracking. So that's something that you know that I would do. What else would I do differently? Oh yeah, the other thing I would do as well too is like I don't here we can see how this page is pretty light, but let's see, because especially with mobile, you really need to make sure that that the page loads really fast, because if it doesn't, it's going to cost you some conversions. So let's look at actually let's look at San Francisco since I'm in DC. So this would, you know, kind of give you a basic idea of how the page is doing. You want it to be under a second for sure. But I mean, there's some kind of stat like for every, you know, some number of milliseconds that you take off the page loading speed, then like you know, your conversion rate goes up. So, but this one's pretty fast. So this one, you know, a half a second basically is cool. But what I would normally do is like once we have that page uploaded to my server, then we do stuff to make it faster. Like we would like download all the images and put them on CDN, a content display network, I think. But basically by off the site place to host the images that's faster. So we do that. We can also reduce the size of the images. Now this doesn't hardly have any images, so it's just pretty fast. So this is fine right here. But if you have a landing page that has more copy, more images, stuff like that, then you probably want to speed it up some. So that is that. What do you guys think? Any questions? Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let's go back up here. How about using ClickFunnels to build a page? Yeah, ClickFunnels is fine. We use ClickFunnels as well too, but this is just, I use this just, kind of quick and dirty. But especially if you're building out a funnel, if it's your own product or you have rights to it, and you can have, different steps, and ClickFunnels will definitely work. But again, the thing about ClickFunnels is, it's not built for like high volume traffic, at least in my opinion. So again, like I end up like just once the page is built in ClickFunnels, and I'll actually download the page and upload it to our own server. We still keep the ClickFunnels code in there so it works, but we can make the page load a lot faster if we do it ourselves. You got to really, really pay attention to loading speed, because most of the traffic is going to be mobile, and most people don't wait very long for the page to load on mobile. You're recording, yes. Should we start with a single image video, not carousels? Carousel not good. Yeah, I always do single. Carousel to me, I like to know that this image converts, or this video converts. Like the carousel, you don't know which image is pulling the weight. So yeah, I avoid the carousel. Let's see. How long do you let the campaign run before you start analyzing the data? I think, well, what was the payout? I think the payout was like $30 or something like that. So the payout was $30. Then I would probably spend maybe, let's see. The kind of rule of thumb is to spend up to the payout for each variation. But I have like a lot of variations, so I'm not going to spend that much. But I'll probably spend like $200-300, initially. Initially we're just trying to get a sale. Okay, just trying to get some sales. Because then once you start getting sales, you can kind of see some stuff that you might be able to eliminate. All right. So let's say for example, if you got 3 sales and they all came from desktop, and you spent, a lot of money on mobile and got no sales, then I would just eliminate mobile and just focus on desktop. Same thing with your ads. One ad will probably, kind of, if you promote two to three, 4 ads, one of them is going to stand out, is going to be the winner as far as like that convert. So you can eliminate traffic to the other ads. So the whole thing is like getting the data and then eliminating stuff that doesn't work. Same thing with operating system. All right, just something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. But you definitely want to check iOS versus Android, because a lot of times one of them is not profitable. All right, a lot of times, it could be either one. It's not really any rule of thumb. It could be Android, sometimes it could be iOS sometimes. Sometimes they're pretty equal, or they're pretty close. But you want to make sure, like, because sometimes like one of them is like super unprofitable, so you want to get rid of it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Same thing with tablets. Tablet traffic is not that much anymore, but still, it's a way to eliminate waste. But yeah, I would definitely spend $200-300 on something like this. Actually, probably a little bit more, assuming that we got some sales. If I didn't get any sales up to $300, then I would kind of do something new, start over or whatever, because that's like 10 times the payout. But we just want to get a few sales. I mean, if I spend $300 and got like 2 sales, that would be okay with me, because that lets me know that it's probably possible to optimize this to the point of profitability. Let's see. Do you have to set up different pixels for different websites, ads, etc.? Well, it depends. No, not as long as you're like in the same. If you're in the same ad set, no, you can use it. You can use the same pixel. Now you might have to use different actions. So, for example, like if you have opt-in, then you want to have a pixel on the thank you page of the opt-ins to let you know you got to opt-in. Then you want to have another pixel for the sale, but it's actually the same pixel. It's like what do we do? It's like this. Oh, I didn't put it here. Yeah. Okay. So this is your pixel right here. Okay. Then this is the actual like kind of code that tells it what to do. So this pixel is going to stay the same in your whole account. All right. So this is going to be the same account. So then, but you're just going to put like different events here. Okay. So this is a purchase. You might have a registration. If it's a webinar or something, you might have your sale here. You might have opt-in. You might have somebody like add to cart. You can have an add to cart, like somebody adds something to cart. So you can do a lot of different things. Can we get a recording? Yes. Is there a maximum audience size you'll start with? No. I mean, that was like 130 million. Let's see here. Well, with conversions, campaign, Facebook, per conversions. Oh, they're still going to charge you per impression. Yeah, they're going to charge you per impression. I mean, you can have them actually charge you per sale, but you need to get some data first. You need to kind of have an idea of what you want to do. So, all right. So, hey, before I finish the rest of these questions here, I have something to show you, because you didn't think I was just going to do all this stuff for free and not try to sell something, right? Well, you don't be better than that. All right. So look, but no, seriously speaking, so look, this, like I said, this is kind of like a fast run through. But if you really want to get deeper into it and really, get more details and actually see the campaigns in action, then I do have an offer for you. And it is called the Super Affiliate Academy. All right. So originally I had set up this, like thing, like the newbie, this newbie coaching program that I already got like 5 people, actually 6 people now already signed up for it. But I thought about it, because like a lot of the people weren't exactly like newbies. I mean, some of these people had been in the industry or doing stuff for years and years and years, but just had not been successful. So they wanted to really see, kind of A to Z. Okay, like how do we actually, just the fundamentals of everything, and just how do we actually make this work? All right. So I named it Super Affiliate Academy because, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be kind of like a school where we, take an in-depth look step by step. And the whole purpose is to, at the end of the thing, for you to be a super affiliate. All right. So real quick, this is what you get with the program. This is a 3-month program. Okay. 3-month coaching program. This is brand new content for this year. This is, cutting edge, like what's working right now. I mean, I'm going to be showing you, the stuff that I'm doing right now. I mean, 'cause that's the only thing I can show you. So you're going to see, campaign stuff that I'm doing right now. You're going to learn paid traffic from A to Z. We're primarily going to be focused on Facebook and Google. Not sure if we're going to get into any other traffic sources, but I know definitely we're going to do those 2. Those are the main 2. How to get profitable. I mean, anybody can set up a campaign. Anybody can buy traffic, but the skill, the trick comes into actually making a profit. All right. So we're going to, talk about making it profitable. So we're going to have a coaching call every week. All right. And when I say calls, it's actually going to be online. It's going to be like this, like Zoom, where you can see my desktop and we can, talk and everything like that. So we're going to have one of those every week. All right. Also, we're going to have 2 45-minute one-on-one calls per month. Okay. so we can talk one-on-one, about your specific campaigns, because the whole thing I want to do is I want to show you the campaigns that I'm running so that you can model them. All right. You can copy them if you want, but again, you're not going to be the only one in the class. So, but I've actually done this stuff before, and I've had people copy the exact same campaigns, and actually some of them have done pretty well. But the idea is to just take what I have and you can model it for yourself for your own campaigns. So, so I'll be available to talk to you, twice a month about your specific own campaign. And you get, daily access to me. We're going to have a Telegram group. Also on Skype, you access me on Skype. I'm going to personally assist you in building a campaign. All right. So not only am I going to show you like in the group setting, but we're also going to one-on-one, work on your own personal campaign. We're going to have a members area, which we're going to have all the recordings of the coaching calls and all the content that we, talk about and go over. You're going to get approval in my private CPA network. I have a small private CPA network that is mostly, mostly just my clients and students and stuff like that I use. But, like I was saying, for beginners especially, it's kind of hard to get the CPA network sometimes. So I'm going to, give you access to all the, hot CPA offers through my network. Also Facebook image training, like you saw like real quickly, just choosing some images, but there's a lot more to it than that. And I have image sources that are pretty secret that I don't know if anybody that, or I don't say anybody, but too many people actually using them. I mean, images, the image game and videos is my strong suit because, I make people stop scrolling and I'm aggressive and, so, but we get the clicks. We get the clicks real cheap. I mean, we're talking some of our, Facebook campaigns is clicks are, like less 5 cents and less. I mean, we get some really high click-through rates from our images. Anything else that you really need to be successful. Okay. So also some bonuses. I have a video technique because, you can use videos for Facebook as well. The video training, the video technique I use is really easy. Again, I do it. I don't have to pay anybody. It's super easy, but it's really, really, really effective. It's really effective. So I'm going to be teaching that as a bonus. Also, some more, high CTR image training. Like I said, I got some sources that you might want to learn about that not too many people are using. You're also going to get a free ticket to my live event. I'm going to have another live event probably in the fall. Not probably. It's going to be in the fall. I don't have the exact date yet, but you'll also get a complimentary ticket to that. All right. So you might have heard that I have a private coaching program is $50,000. And I will tell you that this program is not $50,000. But if it was $50,000, it would be worth it, because look, some of my past students, right? This guy, we did a $1.1 million in 60 days. Okay. The total, and that was net. We spent about $500,000 for that. So the profit was like 600,000. So all told, he walked away with, quite a bit of money. And so his $50,000 investment paid off. It's my guy, Kevin. Again, he was a total newbie. Oh, so was David. He's actually a dentist. Total newbie. Another total newbie ended up making like 90 grand a week. Did really well. So for the 50,000 work for him, now he paid me 50,000. Josh has really blown up. This is a campaign we did like while we were in training. 700,000 in a month, but he's gone on. He actually has really blown up and become a really expert media buyer himself, and he hires media buyers now, stuff like that. So he did really well. Lots of other people. This lady did $100,000 in a day with us, $10K a month. My first coaching client, 25 grand a month. These guys are millionaires now. I've helped create quite a few millionaires. So lots of success stories. So even if I was charging $50,000 for this, it'd be worth it. Because look, he made $171,000 in 1 month. All right, traffic cost $90K, so basically $60K. No, $80K in a month. So he would pay for his training in 1 month. Another guy, $300,000. So I've helped make a lot of people a lot of money. So, but it's not going to cost that much. It's actually only 15K. All right, so that's the price for it. You can go to superaffiliate.academy to sign. Actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to do. You got to make if you're interested, make $1,000 deposit at superaffiliate.academy, and then we'll actually talk briefly, just to chat, make sure it's a good fit, and then then we'll make arrangements for the rest of the money. And if you don't get in, then I will refund your deposit. All right, but one of my other sayings that I live by is money, love, speed, right? So I got a money, love, speed discount because I like fast action. So the first 5 people that make a deposit and and join, you can get in for $99.97. All right, $10,000, under $10,000, which is pretty cheap. All right, for me, because like I said, the only thing I normally offer is the 50K coaching, and that's that. So pretty affordable, 3 months. I think it's you can make life-changing income from this. So there you go. There you go. Superaffiliate.academy, and make a deposit. Then we'll talk. All right, so let's finish the questions here. Oh, let's see. How many? Okay, answered that. Is there a training to learn how to upload the CSS files and host it with DigitalOcean? I have WordPress, GoDaddy, GoDaddy. I'm sure there is training for that. I don't know offhand. I actually don't deal with DigitalOcean. I have somebody that does that for me, but I'm sure that's available. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. What objective is better for you? An auto loan lead, or try clicks, have not convert? Yeah, do not try clicks. All right. If you're trying to get conversions, do not ever use clicks, because it'll bomb. The traffic is just lower quality, so you don't want that. So if it's auto loan lead, I would do the same thing. I would get the pixel placed, and it would just be a lead. You could have it set for a lead, but always do conversions if you're trying to get conversions. Do you recommend Bing for traffic? I haven't touched Bing for years and years, so I don't know. I can't say either way, whether it's good or not, because I haven't used it in a while. Do you run Google Ads white hat or black hat? Both. We do both. Most of the stuff I do is black hat. I love cloaking because it gives me a lot of freedom to be more aggressive. But we do some white hat stuff too. All right. Is there any more questions? We are quickly running out of time. I gotta go take my daughter skating. So, all right. Oh, hey guys, appreciate you guys being on here. If you got any other questions or whatever, you can hit me up at Greg at superaffiliaterockstar.com, or on the Facebook group. Hopefully, all you guys in my Facebook group. And that's it. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.